Hi there. This is Nick Sawyer, the FEA scholar from Prague, and I'm back in the States. I'm staying in LA for Christmas before going back home to Orlando. And I just wanted to say a few things I've realized being back. It's less of a culture shock being back. It's usually the smaller things that I notice that have changed while being abroad. Talking to friends that have maybe graduated, or people who have had kids and things like that. I have a niece now who's a month old that I miss seeing her being born, but it's been awesome being able to hold her. And some of the small things that I've noticed being back. The Czech Republic isn't a big country where interacting with strangers is a very big thing, particularly in Prague. Riding on the metro, it's kind of a weird thing to smile at strangers very much. So one of the nice things being back in the United States is just talking with strangers and feeling closer to strangers. Sitting in a cafe here in the United States and being able to overhear people's conversations and knowing what they're saying it just seems like a small thing, but it makes a big difference. And that's kind of just knowing the language. One semester abroad in a country isn't really enough to learn the language, so it's those little small things that being back has been really cool noticing. Some other things that I've realized being back is that I'm really going to miss some of the places that I really got close to and felt at home in the Czech Republic. Honey Bunny is like my favorite student cafe. It was 2 minutes walk from my school, where you could get really cheap giant chunks of fried cheese or really cheap coffee and just sit in a cool atmosphere. It's a little bit different. Another thing I've realized is people really drive everywhere here in the United States. I didn't really think about it until I stopped using a car for so long. So realized being back here in the States, I kind of want to walk everywhere. So that's another thing I've noticed. Realized how much I'm gonna miss the people, particularly, is probably the biggest thing that I'll miss. Friends from all over Europe, being immersed in their cultures, hearing them talk about the things that they value and the things that are important for them, and just how their country functions differently. The quality of education that I experienced being at Charles University is just so much fuller, and the teachers were so much more into their jobs than what I have at University of Central Florida. So going back to the University of Central Florida, I'm going to seek out the teachers, really kind of knowing what school can be for you, maybe really value that even more. And it's not just the things around me that have changed here in the States, but I myself, in my perspective, has also made huge changes since going abroad and coming back. One of the big ones is just feeling more powerful and capable for traveling and being in new cities. Having lived in another country for a while, living in a new state is going to be super easy. I won't be in Florida forever, so going to California or New York or wherever my paths take me, I just will feel so much more capable to adjust, finding new friends, finding the places that I want to be, the things that I want to do, schools or work that I want to do. I just feel much more capable, particularly in my own country, and that's another big thing that I've noticed. Being in another place where it's so kind of alien, and there's a different language. Coming back to the US where people speak my same language where I grew up, I just feel so much more capable. And another thing being abroad is the importance of languages. Being surrounded, hearing dozens of different languages every day, makes you realize how much you miss out not knowing other languages. All the people that you can connect with in deeper ways, not knowing their language. So coming back here, I'm going to try and learn Spanish. That'll be one of my intentions for this coming year. And so those are just a few of the things that I've realized coming back home. It's a little bit weird, but it's great to be home, hanging out with family, and there's so many exciting things that I'm looking forward to in the new year. I wanted to quick shout out to American Institute of Foreign Study for having the most incredible program. The staff was just amazing, and you can tell that they've been doing this for a long time, because all of their programs, all of their day trips and activities were super fun, really immersive for getting to know Prague and Czech culture and things like that. So, and I also wanted to thank Fund for Education Abroad for supporting me, and it wouldn't have happened without your help. So that's it for me, your Prague scholar back in the States. Had an incredible semester, completely different person. So thanks for tuning in, and thanks for following my story, for traveling with me. See ya.